Hi, it's Erin, and today we're going to flow. This is a light language playground, and for anyone who is wanting to remember their soul language, who wants light language to flow through them, through their bodies, through their voices, language is the universal communicator, and the language of light is source communication. You have this, and if it hasn't come out through your throat chakra yet, you may be holding on to self-judgment. And that's why we're doing this playground. This is a safe space. And what I'm cultivating here is a strategy that I've used with a few people who had self-judgment blocks, including myself. This is a call and answer strategy for opening up your ability to play with your voice and to allow the vocal emanations that come through you to come through your heart and your body rather than through your mind. This is going to bypass the mind. And so as we start, we first need to take a deep breath in and give yourself permission to let go and play. Let's take a deep breath together. I want to point out I'm wearing my Bob Ross t-shirt today, and it says no mistakes, just happy accidents. Because we need to get past the part of ourselves that is like the gatekeeper, the part of us that constructs a given message inside our brains. This is the language center of the brain, governed by the left brain. Today, we're shifting over to the right brain, and the right brain is more visual, more musical. It allows us to tap into the intuitive flow of the soul energy. So let's take a deep breath. And now we're going to start moving our arms and just waving them around. This is going to be silly. And if you feel silly, recognize that in yourself. Recognize that you have a watcher inside your brain that says, no, 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 you can't do that. You're letting go too much. That's going to look dumb. You're going to maybe have something inside you that says, oh, maybe you're cringing at yourself and you're just like, no, I can't do that. And if you have that coming up and rising up in you, the self-judgment, when we start playing with our voices, just stop and recognize that. Feel the sadness, feel the emotional energy of the self-judgment. When we stop and we feel it and release it through our emotions, we're clearing those blocks. We're clearing the way for the heart to throat connection. All right, so we're going to start with just moving our hands. Now, we're going to feel a flow with our hands. Let them do what they want to do. Let your hands be the guides right now. Light codes come through our bodies, through our hands, and your hands are the control panel of your energy field. I'm flowing light codes to you right now, and I'll bring in an activating transmission just to get us started. And then I'm going to do a little bit of call and give you the space, and I'm going to hold space for you to answer back to me in whatever gibberish, toning, syllables, even if it's just blah, that you want to express right back to me, and I'm going to receive it. I'm channeling to a group right now. I'm going to receive it, receive the codes from the guides that are going to send that back to you. And this is going to be a back and forth exercise. Okay. So if light language is a muscle that has atrophied from lifetimes of fear of usage, today we're going to find that muscle and we're going to strengthen it a little bit. We're going to tone it. Okay. So flowing in these light codes. Okay, here comes the activation transmission. You're going to remember yourself. And if it doesn't happen today, it could happen tomorrow, or it could happen a year from now. The way that light codes work is they are bundles of encoded light, and they filter through your system, through your healing journey, through your day to day, through your dreams, and they alter your DNA. At some point, you're going to hit a tipping point where you can then flow it through. And if that day isn't today, don't be sad. It's coming. Muretateki orkingia maqasadu de orkingia maqa urtia de gurianani maqa uku ebakarki uditik eskat ado tikirakianania. I feel Pleiadian guides here. I feel Lyran guides here. Mother Earth is here. And she is giving this playground, this sacred space. You are so safe to explore this. Murian tantingu makaro tu diabe esereteng yanai. Mohungwaret yananu mukwarte mema kukarating yanai. Mohoko ebe eritya ugo bakar yatata sutsi sikiyamaka. Ardia data sedet or iriana nambokordia de bakaridiana no uyujidia zereteng yamoko eritata eritata. Tune into the heart field now. It is open wide. Now I'm going to call, and then you're going to respond. And I want you to just feel into your energy field and your heart and allow whatever wants to come through to come through. Maybe it's a word. Maybe it is any utterance. Maybe it's a sign that your hands want to make. Maybe it's flowing energy with your hands. So allow yourself to respond in any way that just feels good to you. When light language is flowing through me, it bubbles up almost like laughter. I don't control it. I just let it flow. And that's what we're practicing today. We're practicing letting something flow through, even if it's just an emotion. Feel it and honor it. Honor that that is what's coming through right now. Sambat, sambat, sambat. Your turn. You can say whatever comes to mind. You can copy me. You can do something different. Yarta. Your turn. Good. Sua, sua, sua. Your turn. Jontat igiarata. Your turn. Zuriana nurtu. Good. Your turn. Sunye gua gua gua. Your turn. Your turn. Your turn. So I want to point out that now I am feeling some kind of flow. And since I'm channeling to a group, I think what I'm feeling is kind of a collective opening. Or maybe you're beginning to notice some self-judgment come in. Let's hold space for that part of you that feels so judged. Now we're going to move some light with our hands and just allow that to come through in whatever way feels good to you. Moving light through your body, through your channel. Sa, 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 kuriata. Miato. Ni hakurie ni umbea. Juntat, juntat. Hiratata yo go. I feel different guides coming in, all sorts of different guides. And I think what they're trying to do is a display of all of the different sounds that the human voice is capable of making that we don't consider to be language or speech. And that is helping to bypass the thinking mind, to bypass the self-judgment of the thought processes of, oh, that sounded like that, or what was that? Let's take a big deep breath. Sink a little deeper into relaxation right now. Let's move our bodies a little. Good. I'm going to do another round of call and hold space as you answer back in whatever sounds or whatever soul emanations come to mind. Zing, yoru, yo. Si, 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 si. Ah, 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 ah. Numbat kurtioda o goredingiana. Suyandat. Your turn. Merdimba ungue wahaguema. Good. Moving and flowing through the hands, allowing the hands to move energy. Remember, if you notice emotions coming up, if you notice self-judgment coming in, pay attention to it. These are aspects of our fears, our programs, our conditioning. And you have the ability to release these by paying attention and focusing on them and bringing them through. By focusing your attention on them, you can bring them through into the light. Allow those emotions to be felt now. We're working our way through heart blocks. We're working our way through lifetimes of fear and self-judgment. Merianda mongue mbia. Your turn. Me unge ungu ungue. Sireko urshisi ordis. And now I'm going to bring through an Arcturian light language. This is more galactic in nature. Some of you may have some very galactic, different sounding light languages that might be challenging to allow through because they simply don't sound like any languages that we're used to in our human experience. Allow yourself to play with different sounds that your mouth can make. In the back of your throat, click your tongue. Zumbi rodnye mohumbe ngwe uimo gwe. Many dragon and angelic languages are tonal. So now we're just going to tone. We're going to find frequencies in our pitch, in our vocal range that just feel good and bring them in. I'll start with one and I'd like you to weave in with me. Release the judgment that your voice needs to sound good or pretty. Bring your hands to your heart. And we're going to bring in deep gratitude right now for your willingness, your opening to allow yourself a place to play, a place to open, giving yourself the safety to be able to explore and discover. Your soul is playful, it is free. And if your human mind isn't quite there yet, and you have overthinking and self-doubt and self-judgment blocks coming in, that is normal. And I know for a fact from experience that you can get through that too. So I'll be doing playgrounds like this, and I'll put them on my light language playlist, and I invite you to come join me. At some point, we'll probably do a live session with a bunch of people together, all in a big playroom. I do have that vision for the future of a place where we can all just play, tone, play with our light language together and flow it through like a symphony. All right, be good to yourself and remember that you are becoming more and more of your true self every day. Honor that. There may be speed bumps. There may be shadow that comes in of self-doubt, but it's only a matter of time before your big self, your expanded self wins that battle. All right. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.